I'll tell you one dang thing. I'm so sick and tired of the press saying a bunch of crap about us. We love each other, so
That's Wynonna Judd clapping back over rumors that she and her sister Ashley Judd are fighting again. But is she telling the truth? Are the two sisters truly so united now 5 months after their mother Naomi Judd's death? Hey, it's Billy Dukes, and we're going to make good on our pledge to not sensationalize the Judd family business in 2022. I recognize it sounds like I'm doing just that right now, so I'm going to ask for just a little slack as I take you through what Wynonna said, what she was responding to, and where the truth lies. Thank you to each and every subscriber who's relied on Taste of Country to report Judd family news this year, and more, like Loretta Lynn's recent passing. If you're new, I hope you'll consider subscribing by the end of this video, and I always like to encourage a positive conversation below, so I'll ask you to share a favorite Judd story in the comments section, or just hit the thumbs up button if you've got too many of them.
I'll tell you one dang thing. I'm so sick and tired of the press saying a bunch of crap about us. We love each other, so
This clip came from the Judds' final tour stop in Toledo, Ohio in early October 2022. It was the second night of the tour, and Wynonna's sister Ashley joined her on stage. You can see them holding hands. Really looks like two fighting sisters, doesn't it? Actually, it's similar to what we saw at the Judds Country Hall of Fame induction on May 1st. In fairness, there is some documented proof of infighting between them. Us Weekly put together a whole list of times they appeared to be not getting along, like when Ashley Judd went to the cops saying that Wynonna put a tracking device in her car, or that Wynonna didn't invite her sister and her mother to her wedding in 2012. That last one's pretty sketchy, and it's also not that unusual for a super small guest list at a second wedding, but I digress. The problem with taking this list and running with it in 2022 is that it was written in 2013, 9 years ago. Since then, there's really not much evidence of a feud, or at least there wasn't until Naomi died on April 30th. Is there any evidence now? Well, come with me as I Google search for more information. Here we go. You see a couple of headlines about her denial at the top, but let's click on news for more. Yeah, not much other than Wynonna denying things again on page 1, and on page 2, well, there's a lot of unrelated headlines. Until this story from Radar Online. I click, and it leads me ultimately to this story from Radar Online. This is it. This is the genesis of the fighting story, and it's the only reporting done on it. Radar Online is, for better or worse, a tabloid, and what they did was quote an unnamed source, and then they brought in a handwriting expert to say that Naomi Judd's initials and signatures on her will were traced. Very few, if any, other outlets picked up this story, including Taste of Country, so it's a little bit of a mischaracterization to blame, quote, the media as a whole. The reason for the rumored fighting is said to be because neither daughter was named in Naomi's will, but it's not like she snubbed them. She gave everything to her husband of 33 years, Larry Strickland, and asked him to decide what to do with it. Not terribly unreasonable, is it? Beyond that, Wynonna talked to people about all this, and she explained that when Strickland dies, she and Ashley will, quote, split the estate. Neither has plans to contest the will, she says, quote, it never occurred to me. This was a classic echo chamber situation where one bad article got bounced around so much people figured it had to be true, but it's all an urban legend. Everything we've seen and heard from the sisters Judd looks more like this.
Take a moment to recognize my sister. A goat. You know what that means? I don't think she knows I'm calling her the greatest of all time.
These two women have enough pain in their life right now. There's no need to give them something more to worry about. Tap thumbs up if you agree. I'm Billy Dukes for Taste of Country. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing.